In our cities, balconies seem limiting, tiny, boxed-in spaces. But scarcity is a catalyst for ingenuity. History shows us that resilience isn't about size, but about smart design and resourcefulness. The challenge of a small space pushes us to innovate, to use every bit of sunlight, water, and vertical volume. Instead of seeing a balcony's limits, see its potential for a compact, efficient food system. Throughout history, people have grown food in the most unlikely places: floating gardens, terraced hillsides, dense urban plots. These systems thrived on minimal space and maximum creativity. Today, we can adapt these lessons to our balconies. The key is a mental shift: stop wishing for more space and start designing for function and productivity. Don't try to mimic a farm. Create a system tailored to your balcony's unique environment. Focus on what matters: efficient use of resources, vertical growth, and resilience. Your balcony's small size isn't a weakness, it's the spark for its greatest strength. By embracing constraints, we unlock new ways to grow food where we live. The journey begins with seeing opportunity, not limitation. With the right mindset, even the smallest balcony can become a robust, living food system. This is the balcony paradox. Small space, big potential. Our ancestors mastered food production in tight spaces: cottage gardens, urban plots, and ingenious plant pairings. Medieval cottage gardens stacked vegetables, fruits, and herbs in dense, multi-layered systems. The Three Sisters, maize, beans, and squash, showed how plants can support and nourish each other in a tiny footprint. Parisian market gardeners grew huge yields on small plots using microclimates and compost. These methods prioritized function, soil health, and vertical space. On a balcony, we can mimic these systems. Pair tall plants with climbers and ground covers. Use containers that hold heat and compost kitchen scraps. The lesson is clear. Success isn't about space, but about intelligent design and resourcefulness. Historical gardeners wasted nothing and maximized every inch. By reviving these practices, we gain a blueprint for modern balcony resilience. Focus on soil health, vertical layering, and companion planting. Use every resource wisely. The past offers proven strategies for thriving in small spaces. Compact cultivation is about making the most of what you have. Let history guide your balcony experiments. The secret to balcony gardening is thinking vertically. Imagine your balcony as layers, floor, shelves, railings, and walls, all potential growing zones. The base layer holds large containers for crops like potatoes or dwarf fruit trees. Shelves or tiered planters above housebush beans, peppers, or compact tomatoes. Hanging baskets and railing planters use the upper space for strawberries, herbs, or trailing plants. Trellises on walls let climbers like beans and cucumbers reach for the sun. By stacking plants, you multiply your growing area without expanding your footprint. Even a small balcony can double its productive space with clever layering. This mimics a natural forest canopy, understory, ground cover. The result is a dense, efficient, and productive ecosystem. Vertical design transforms a balcony from a static space into a living wall of food. Every surface becomes an opportunity. Layering is the key to abundance in miniature. Resilience means having backups, never relying on just one crop, container, or method. Use the power of 3. Plant 3 crops for each key nutrient and spread them across separate containers. If one fails, the others fill the gap. Don't put all your tomatoes in one pot, split them up to isolate risk. Apply redundancy to resources too. Have multiple ways to water. Watering can, stored bottles, and a simple drip system. This approach prevents small failures from becoming disasters. Redundancy may seem less efficient, but it's insurance against the unexpected. Diversify crops, containers, and resource systems. The small loss in yield is worth the gain in stability. A resilient balcony system is designed to survive setbacks. Redundancy is your safety net. Build it in from the start. It's the difference between a thriving garden and a total loss. Ruthless practicality is essential. Grow what matters most. Focus on calorie-dense, nutrient-rich crops that justify their space. Potatoes and sweet potatoes are top choices for energy and storage. Climbing beans and peas provide protein and use vertical space efficiently. Leafy greens like chard and kale offer continuous harvests of vitamins. Root crops like carrots and beets add variety and nutrients in deep containers. Prioritize function over variety. 3 or 4 staple crops can make a real difference. Skip the exotic herbs. Focus on what feeds you. Strategic crop selection transforms a hobby into a food system. Every plant should earn its place. A well-chosen mix of staples turns your balcony into a practical food source. Function is the foundation of resilience. A resilient balcony system weathers shocks, heat waves, pests, water shortages, or your own absence. Build buffers. Use self-watering containers or trays to keep roots moist. Healthy, compost-rich soil holds water and supports plant immunity. Compost kitchen scraps in a worm bin to recycle nutrients and strengthen your soil. Prevent pests by encouraging beneficial insects and using netting or organic sprays. Keep a small stock of essentials, extra seeds, fertilizer, and plant supports. Anticipate plant needs. Know when to water more or protect from heat. These simple buffers don't require much space, just foresight. They're the invisible infrastructure of resilience. With buffers in place, your balcony garden can bend, not break under stress. Preparation is your best defense. Be realistic. Your balcony won't replace the supermarket, but it can supplement your diet and build resilience. A single grow bag of potatoes yields a few kilos, not a year's supply, but a valuable buffer. High yields require active management, regular watering, feeding, and pest checks. Specialize in staple crops for meaningful harvests, even if it means less variety. Sunlight is often the biggest limitation. Adapt your crops to your balcony's conditions. Shade. Grow leafy greens and herbs. Full sun. Try tomatoes and beans. Honest assessment of your space leads to smarter choices. Celebrate small successes. A handful of beans or a meal of homegrown potatoes is a real achievement. The goal is contribution, not total independence. Even 5 to 10% of your annual vegetables is significant in tough times. Your balcony is a buffer, a source of fresh food, and a symbol of self-reliance. Manage expectations, and you'll find satisfaction in every harvest. Every bit you grow matters. Resilience is about making the most of what you have. Small yields, big impact. Anyone can build a resilient balcony garden. No big budget or permanent changes required. Use fabric grow bags, repurposed buckets, or even sturdy shopping bags as containers. Make your own soil mix with compost, aeration material, and topsoil or coir. DIY liquid fertilizer from compost or comfrey saves money and boosts growth. Renters can use lightweight movable pots and freestanding shelves or tension rods for vertical growing. Attach trellises to heavy pots, not walls, for a leave no trace setup. The whole system can move with you. Starting late. Choose fast-growing crops like radishes, bush beans, or leafy greens. Buy starter plants for a head start if needed. Focus on reliable, quick-yielding crops. The principles remain: functional crops, vertical space, and redundancy. Start now with what you have. Every balcony can be productive. One resilient balcony is powerful, but 1,000 create real change. Imagine apartment buildings where many residents grow food, each balcony a node in a citywide network. This collective effort boosts food security, reduces food miles, and brings fresh produce to urban communities. Urban planning could support this with stronger balconies, shared resources, and education. The impact is transformative, especially in times of crisis. The technology and knowledge exist. The challenge is scaling up. As we stand on our balconies, the question is, how do we weave these efforts into a resilient urban fabric? The answer lies in community, policy, and shared will. Together, we can turn small spaces into a powerful force for food security. The future of urban resilience starts on your balcony today.